Okay guys, let's get into it. Craig Douglas from Shivworks here. First of all, car open. All right, pretty cool, right? Got a whole bunch of stuff for you guys. Shivworks brought reverse edge knives into the mainstream. That's what we're known for. We had a lot of people asking, hey, could you put together something more neutral? What they want is the knife to feel the same in both their right and their left hand. That led to this right here. Just like so. So we have a neutral handle, again, regardless of whether I pick it up with my right hand, my left hand, in a thumb or a pinky side grip. The knife pretty much feels the same. So it's a true neutral handled knife with a dedicated reverse edge knife. If I hold it this way, okay, in this hand, and then I'm going to access it this way in this hand, that's not gonna work as well. It's not gonna feel the same. We've seen a lot of trends come and go over the years, because we saw an increase in the interest with pocket carry knives. The most notable iteration of this would have been the fruit knife concept, popularized by Ed Calderon. And this is a Victorinox fruit knife that's been customized by our dear friend Bantang. What Bond did with the fruit knife is he carbonized this, put a real edge on it, contoured the handle a little bit. One other trend that has become more popular over the years is pocket carry of fixed blade. Bond, in addition to training with us, has trained with Ed quite a bit. And Bond decided, you know what, I think I can do the fruit knife concept better than the Victorinox. What Bond came out with was the Evio Shiv. And if we look at that compared to the fruit knife, they're about the same size, but it's still kind of a custom fruit knife concept. So Bond sent me one of these, or I bought one, I can't remember, at some point. I got to looking at it and I thought, well, maybe we can make it a little bit geared towards thrust and look at that neutral handle concept that Bond executed so well on the Evio Shiv. So Bond did a custom for me. That's this knife right here. Basically a straight Evio Shiv, same footprint, same size, essentially, as the Evio Shiv. So I played with this for a while. I liked it. I thought it was kind of stubby. And I thought about this more and more, and I'm like, you know, let's just start lengthening the handle and then maybe add a hook to the handle so you can catch it with either the index or the pinky. That led to various iterations of what would eventually become the Barracuda. Okay, so what we did was we lengthened and thickened these. We raised this up. We had different kinds of hooks. I played with these, and this is the one that actually eventually became the Barracuda. So the first custom iteration of the Barracuda is this one that Bond sent to me, and you can see that's essentially that knife right there. We shortened it just a hair, okay? Not much, but that's the original prototype of what the custom Barracuda became. We took that and brought it to our manufacturer overseas, and that's what brought out the current iteration of the Barracuda, which is this right here. That it's highly user configurable. You, the end user, if you have a preference for either a reverse edge deployment, or you're a conventional edge person, so you want the edge in the conventional or downward orientation, outer orientation, you can set this blade up pretty much however you want. So I've got the edge oriented downwards, but if you notice the hook, the one in my left hand, the hook is pointed up. The one in my right hand, the hook is pointed down. I think a good way of thinking about the Barracuda is the SIG 365 FCU concept. The blade of the Barracuda is the FCU, highly user configurable. I know people like to tweak and tinker and dial in their gear. I'd like to do that too. Pretty much however you want to. So this is basically the FCU of the Barracuda, and you can set this up any way you want. The sheaths, as they come from the factory, will sheath both the live blade and the trainer with the hook on either side. I've got this one set up, kind of looking like an appendix carry holster. We have a really nice Filster modular wedge kit, and I've covered that with Velcro. I've got a DCC clip. If I wanted to carry this in my waistband, I've got this one set up like we would a Clinch Pick. So if you like the Clinch Pick carry, which I highly favor, I can take this, and what I've done is I've taken one of our proprietary straps that we sell at Shivworks and run this like a clinch pick, and actually this is really comfortable. And one thing I've noticed about this, especially compared to the clinch pick, and I hate to say this because the clinch pick is my baby, but I actually think when you look at the clinch pick, and I'm right hand dominant, when we look at a less dominant hand draw, I think the Barracuda is actually, for that particular draw, a little bit more sure in hand than the clinch pick is, because there's more length here. You actually have this hook that you can pick up. You wanted to run this in a pocket carry. So what I've done here is I've got a longer DCC clip. You could run this just like so. Okay. We are looking at offering a thinner set of scales. We think the thinner set of scales specifically for pocket carry might be a better way to go. Other things we're looking at is replacing the hook with a ring, much like a sock P. So if you wanted to take your Barracuda with thin ring scales and run that down in a channel of Molly, you could actually have a ring dagger that way. So we're really excited about the Barracuda concept. Endlessly user configurable. You can dial this in any way you want to. Feels the same in either your right or your left hand. You can carry it pretty much any way you want to carry it, and we've got an entire suite of accessories that are coming, so you can dial this in exactly the way you want. Get your Barracuda, get your trainer. Let us know how you like it.